Today I'm going to show you how to clean your makeup sponges properly. You might be thinking that your sponges are coming out clean. The outside of the sponge, however, can be very deceiving. This pink one on the outside has a tiny bit of staining but is relatively clean. On the inside, however, when I cut it open, it's a different matter. On the inside it's dirty, it's harbouring old makeup which is going to harbour bacteria. I'm going to show you how to get your sponge as clean as this one on the right. As you can see, the inside is as clean as the outside. If you follow me on Instagram or you've seen other videos of mine, you'll know I'm a massive fan of the Blendercleanser makeup sponge storage pots. It's great for mini sponges and full size sponges, any shape and size, they all fit into these Blendercleanser pots. When I've finished a makeup job, I still put them in there even if they're dirty because I don't want them rolling around in my makeup bag. And then when I've cleaned them and they're still damp, again I don't want them rolling around in my makeup bag, so I put them in these pots which are vented so that they can aerate, and then they'll dry in this pot. And it means I can sling them back in my makeup bag and they're not going to pick up any bacteria. This is not a sponsored post, I genuinely use these and love them, that's why I'm sharing them with you. These are the two ultimate products for cleaning your sponges. Again, this is not a sponsored post. I've tested and trialled many ways to clean your sponges, but these two come out on top every time. We've got the Blendercleanser Liquid and then we've got the Solid, which is this one. It comes with a little silicone pad which you can use for your brushes as well as your sponge. It's got a textured surface on the top which you can then take your sponge and bounce over the top to help remove the makeup that's either in your brushes or your sponge. And then under that is the solid soap. I'll show you these versus baby shampoo, which I know a lot of people use to clean their sponges. So I'm taking my dirtiest sponge because I want to show you the power of the solid soap. First of all, I'm dampening my sponge and then I'm going to take the solid soap and I'm going to rub the sponge against the soap till it starts to lather up. When you first use any cleaning product, you can expect that it's not going to necessarily lather straight away. The first cleanse always removes the dirt and then the second cleanse will start to clean the sponge. And this is the same whether you're cleaning your makeup brushes or even shampooing your hair. The first shampoo never tends to lather up as much as it does the second time you use it. And that's why it's recommended that you always shampoo your hair twice in the shower. So I've been dipping the sponge in and then rubbing it against the soap to create a really nice lather all the way throughout the sponge. This is going to remove the foundation and makeup from the inside out. So I've removed the suds from the soap in the water and I'm rubbing the sponge against the soap again to make sure I get a really nice foamy consistency all the way throughout. Then you want to rinse your sponge thoroughly to remove all the suds. Then if, like me, you can see a tiny amount of staining, we're going to do it again. I'm rubbing the stain directly over the soap, so we're concentrating on that particular area. Then dipping that back into the water to create a nice foam. And then I'm going to keep squidging that backwards and forwards to remove the stain. Then I'm going to completely remove all the suds from the sponge. And you know it's soap free when it's no longer creating any foam. If you're not thoroughly cleaning your sponge to this degree and using the right product, then your sponge is definitely not going to be clean on the inside. Here you can see my sponge looks brand new again. Next up is the Blendercleanser Liquid form. It's another really great product. Now, although this is absolutely brilliant, it's definitely one of the better liquids at removing oils and different types of foundation and bacteria from the inside out of your sponge. And it also foams up a lot better than, say, a baby shampoo or a hand soap. I find with the solid soap that it goes a lot further than the liquid form, and it just seemed to be that little bit better at removing stains than the liquid form. Also, with the soap being a solid state, you know it's not going to leak anywhere. It's great for travelling, and you can get it as fragrance free or you can get it in a lavender scent. They also have a new charcoal one, and as I said, it just foams better. So if I had to pick between the two, I'd definitely choose the soap over the liquid, but as you can see, it's still really good. There's just a couple of little stains that I can see. I thought, as well as showing you how to clean your brushes, I would do a comparison just to show you why I've chosen the products that I have. Baby shampoo seems to be a firm favourite, and it does remove foundation. As you can see here, it removes it quite well, but it does leave staining behind. As you can see, it's just not lathering up. It's not creating that foam that we need in order to remove the makeup from the inside out. And it's pretty similar with hand soap. It takes a lot in order to get this to really lather up, which is the key aspect in removing the makeup. And it's really important because we want to get rid of that bacteria so that we're not creating breakouts on the skin. You should wash your sponge after every single use, and this is the best way to stop that makeup building up on the inside. So these are the results. We've got no staining on the orange sponge, we've got a tiny little bit of staining on the purple sponge, and although it's cleaner on the pink sponge, there is a little bit of staining. If you remember, the orange sponge was the most dirty sponge, so I'm now going to cut that through the centre and show you the results, which speak for themselves. As you can see, it's completely clean on the inside as well as the out, and that was using the Solid Blender Cleanser. The purple one is also clean on the inside, no staining. And the pink one, as you can see, is stained all the way through where we've applied the foundation. And these were all used in the same manner for the same amount of time, using the same foundation. So this just goes to show you that the outside of your sponge may appear clean, but you may not realise that the inside of your sponge is harbouring bacteria and dirt. Now, it does depend on how long you've been using your sponge. Not all sponges are going to come up brand new looking like this orange one. You'll only get that if you consistently clean your sponge on a daily basis or a weekly basis, depending on how often you use your sponge. I hope you found this informative and useful. If you have, please share the tutorial with your friends and family. Let's get everybody cleaning their sponges in the right way to keep everybody's skin as healthy as possible. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you've missed my previous tutorial, it will be on screen for you now. And if you'd like to follow me outside of YouTube, my social handles are on screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!